Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has really just moved sideways today in a very tight range actually. Again, there is not too much to update unfortunately, but we can take a look at the micro count again. I did add the micro count for the triangle to today's, to the lower degree wave count. And I did that in the first video that I made earlier today about Bitcoin. The idea is still, we topped in a wave 1 here on the 14th of April. We're now coming down in a wave 2. There are lots of other options, to be honest. But I always need to find a balance between not confusing people and basically showing the likely count. Yeah, keeping it simple, but still showing enough to give you, different options and different scenarios. So I always need to be a bit cautious of what I show here. From time to time and every other day I show you the different counts. But in this video, let's just jump in on the lower degree wave count because, to be honest, not too much happened today. It is very hard to forecast price action at the moment out there, especially because the structure that we have here is an ABC structure. In any ABC, things are difficult. Yeah, there are not many rules about B waves. I often say, the only rule for a B wave is that it needs to be a 3-wave move, unless it's a triangle, so it can overshoot. It can overshoot quite massively as well. So we always need to be on the side of caution here. But for me at the moment, price action suggests that we are working here on a B wave triangle. That's why I labeled it. If we break above the wave 1 high, which is here at 31K basically, I think it has a good chance to fly in the third wave. There is one more resistance then for this B wave, because we could get a high B wave that normally reacts to the 1.38 Fib retracement at 32.5K. But above that, it should be in the third wave into the 40K range. And until then, I assume we are in a triangle. Yeah. So let's go to the triangle. Again, very hard to trade price action at the moment. I mean, you can trade the range if you like to. But it's just moving sideways and very hard to predict the price action at the moment, especially in a B wave. Again, B waves are very variable. They can change a lot. They can morph a lot. They can change into different structures basically. So we always need to be on the side of caution. Showed you here in the previous video, this triangle count still valid, no change, which is a surprise because especially in a triangle, it changes a lot, especially in a B wave, it changes a lot. Especially on a lower time frame, I have a lot of changes, but at the moment we don't. Had a couple of questions here, why, for example, here in the A wave, I show you an ABC, yeah. The question was that the C wave did obviously overshoot much more than the 1.618 extension. How is that possible? Well, it's very, you need to get to a count, first of all, that's reasonable, and it is a valid count. And especially on lower time frames, and especially in a triangle, especially in corrective patterns, you get this. And bear in mind, crypto is a volatile space. And bear in mind, we're looking here at the 30, maybe 15-minute chart, where you get all sorts of distortions. Okay, so yeah, you can get an ABC where the C wave overshoots or extends more than the 1.618 extension. Not so much, but you do it. You do get it. And also, sometimes you see it here. Sometimes you get basically a move where you literally don't see any structure. So you get this stuff, especially in crypto. And bear in mind, it's a volatile space. Bear in mind, there is no strict rule that a C wave couldn't be longer than the 1.618 extension. It's more guideline. And we're talking about crypto here. We're talking about a very small time frame. So it's in my opinion an A wave. Yeah, you can count it as an A wave in a triangle, so a 3-wave move. B wave looks similar here to the downside, very long C wave of the B wave. It is just what it is, right? I wouldn't try to be too academic about the lower degree wave structures. It's a correction, yeah, and we need to get to something that's workable, okay? And not try to really waste too much time on the 1-minute chart to try to count every little wave, and when you're finished, it has changed. Okay, so we need to get to something that's practicable. Okay, but yeah, we've got here this A, B, C, possible D, possible E pattern, where we, however, if the E wave really is in, we should break down, or if it's not the E wave yet and the E wave will sit here on the right hand side, we should break down from there. So that was the commentary I gave earlier. You know, a triangle pattern consists of 5 waves, A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, the question is just where does the wave D and the E sit? Important is here to understand that we don't really know for sure when the wave will be finished. That's not so important. I mean, there is an element of uncertainty in markets, of course. So what is more important is to understand where are the invalidation points. So this Elliott wave triangle would be expected to break to the downside as long as we're holding the high of the A wave, which is at $30,050. And if we break below the low of the D wave, now again, it's not a confirmed D wave yet, but again, a break below that swing low would be a first indication we are indeed breaking to the downside, and that low is at 28,900. And then I would expect it to move down lower in the C wave, okay? But again, a break of the D wave low will only be the first indication, not really a confirmation, and confirmation is also not certainty. So we always need to understand that this is a range. There has been a lot of volatility in the week, but now it's sort of obviously just moving sideways. But there are no certainties, and again, a break of the D wave low will only be a first indication that the triangle breaks into the expected direction, and then ultimately we'd be looking for a 5-wave move down in a C wave. Relevant support here: 25,325. 23,970 and 22k. But if we break above the A wave high, we have a potential for a high B wave or already a 3rd wave rally. Alright, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.